let me introduce a new strategy tool called the Immaterial Map. When and where to use this tool? You can use it to discuss your client needs, or you can use it to figure out how your offering is related to those needs. You can use it to speed up different processes within your company, and you can figure out what new technologies you need to adopt and how to do that. Or maybe you can use it also for understanding what is the ecosystem around your company and what is your place in that. These are some of the ways you can use this tool, but let's figure out how to get started. The basic version of the Immaterial Map consists of 4 different folds. They are resources, processes, offering, and client needs. The top part of the Immaterial Map is reserved for elements that don't have a clear body or location. And the bottom part is for physical elements. Of course, elements that are crucial for today's business are quite often combinations of both, or they just lie somewhere in between the physical and the immaterial realm. So how to get started with the Immaterial Map? First, explain your business. Tell it as a simple story and write it down. It doesn't have to be a long story, but it shouldn't be too short either. It should consist of your client needs and how you serve them and what makes you special. When you have that story ready, break it down into elements and place the elements on the map. For example, from this story, we can easily find the physical components of the business, and we can also find other meaningful elements. But you don't have to think at this point if they're immaterial or material. Next, we will start moving those elements up and down. For example, R&D could be considered to be more intangible than equipment assembly. Or maintenance can be seen as more intangible than mining equipment. If you're doing this as a team, it is very beneficial to have a long discussion here, because this might result into some innovation already. You might need to unbundle certain elements. As said, they are quite often combinations of physical and immaterial elements. For example, mining experts consist of actual human beings and their expertise. It is good to unbundle these because, for example, expertise can be motivated in many other ways than the experts. Also, data can be broken down into the actual data and the knowledge that lies behind it. If we think about client needs, they don't maybe want only the data, they also want the knowledge. And reliable machines, that is a package of reliability and the physical machines. Now that you have broken down the elements and you have created this rough map of your business, it is good to tell it as a story again and see if something has changed. Where to use the Immaterial Map? You can of course map the whole business by linking all the elements from resources all the way to client needs and figure out if they make sense. Do you need to add something more? And if there are gaps, and if those gaps are intentional, or do you have to do something about those? This map also helps you to understand if you have a really holistic understanding of your client's needs. And is your offering well linked to those needs? Have you protected the most vital resources and processes? Do you have an open mind so that you can accept also external immaterial resources? How do you approach the immaterial world? What is your mindset and mentality? Do you accept the fact that the immaterial world works as a flow and your job is to not harness it, but to amplify and nurture it? So these were a couple of ways you can start using the Immaterial Map. It is a great tool for facilitators and consultants when you need to dig deeper into the business. This was the brief introduction to the Immaterial Map. Please visit our website to find out more resources, free downloads and more fun stuff.